But he also wants to have kids under 12 to go on HRT. Where did I ever say that? He literally said hide your kids like he's gonna force it upon them. You're literally taking this from this thumbnail here, and you think that that is literally something that I said. That's crazy. I'm just so tired of people using this rhetoric of like, you say children can consent, oh my god, you're a danger to children. I'm so tired of people using that lingo in order to basically defame me. If you just look for my name, you see, oh, little kids can consent, which is just never what I said. It's just disgusting that they like phrase these things that way, and it's incredibly dangerous. Hide your children from Tectone, 171,000 views. I'm getting so tired of people using this language, portraying me in that way, and getting away with it. People just not understanding the topic and just using it for drama and not caring about like the implications that it has for me. They're continuously defaming me, and then you have like Tectone and Asmongold and so on crying about like false allegations about SA, and that is ruining his life.
You can just go on social media, lie, attempt to defame me, well, actually not even attempt, defame me and slander me, and get hundreds of thousands of views and likes. It's actually a very cool cheat code.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how you can just go on social media and just like defame someone, and then it actually has like negative implications for a content creator? Isn't that crazy how you can just like lie about a content creator, just like misrepresent them? Isn't that insane that you can like go on Twitter or like on your live streams and so on and just like take things out of context and just you know, get away with it, make money off of it too, profit off of slandering people? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane how you can just like do that and nobody is like stopping you? Both of these people labeled me as a pedophile and groomer in front of tens of thousands of people, more like hundreds of thousands of people actually, because I acknowledge the existence of trans kids. But isn't it crazy how you can just like go on a platform and like misrepresent a trans person talking about her own experiences and talking about like the medical field and you know, evidence-based things, and just get labeled a groomer and nobody's like batting an eye? That's just like normal.
They are okay with people breaking the law. They are okay with people labeling people as criminals, attempting to defame them, harass them, ruin their life with false allegations.
I don't think people understand how much damage a false allegation can do to a person.
It's kind of insane how much damage a false allegation, something that is baseless, actually has when it comes to this. Not that you are doing that to others, right?
Like, I've never, like, I mean, you guys know me. I've never been like the primary thing for something like that. But I've been around people that were. It will make people want to kill themselves. And in a lot of cases, sometimes they do. Because, like, if you say something like that about a person, this is career ending. People do not want to deal with you. Nobody wants to be around you. It's really, really bad.
As go after people's dead parents, and they are okay with all of it as long as you are pushing a leftist extremist agenda.
If you're on the right and you're pushing literal Nazi rhetoric, you're sympathizing with Nazis. If you're like a pedophile, you know, if you're like on the Epstein list, you're going to get defended by people like this. I feel like saying that, like, hey, maybe you should stop abusing women. That is not like an leftist extremist agenda, right? I feel like that shouldn't be like a controversial take.
As long as you have the right opinions, you get to get away with anything.
What are the right opinions, Asmongold?
I'm going to do my best job to kill them as well as I can.
Metaphorically, of course. Metaphorically, of course.
Metaphorically, of course.
Identifying demographic changes is not the great replacement theory.
I agree with that, but that's not what I'm like referring to.
This is very clearly a hostile takeover. Like, we're experiencing it in the US via illegal immigration. They're experiencing it in the UK via, like, the migrant crisis nonsense and refugees, which, potato, potato, basically the same fucking thing. And it's like, our politicians are assisting these people with both demographic replacement as well as just making citizens' lives worse in general. They're changing the entire culture of these countries. It might not be a hostile takeover like you see in war. There's no guns and battleships and bombs, but it is still a hostile takeover.
And then, you know, people like Asmongold are just like misrepresenting that in order to like push an agenda. You know, these people do that all the time. That is why they label me as a groomer and like a pedophile and so on, for just like acknowledging the existence of trans kids, because I was a trans kid. I know what it was like for me to grow up and be alone. It's so frustrating to all the time deal with that, and then have to deal with like this character assassination going on, and them feeling like some sense of like justice. Like Kitsune was also like, oh, Nyara VT, who is notorious for never leaving the children alone. You're taking things out of context in order to push a certain narrative of a certain agenda. Should be able to sue them for slander. I don't have any money. They're also in different countries. Like, what am I going to do about this? Except repeatedly try to defend myself. But these people don't even want to watch my videos explaining and talking about these things, because their rhetoric is falling apart when they engage with me directly. And it's just like, oh, just let kids be kids. Oh, kids don't know about their gender identity. Oh, the kids can't be trans. Oh, they can't consent. Puberty is natural. All of the time. They are lying. Oh, you want 8-year-olds to go on HRT. And it's like, that's never anything remotely close to what I said. I just want to talk about like what it's like to be trans, you know, maybe educate someone. That is literally just what I'm trying to do, but I can't. Anytime I say something, it's going to get twisted into something horrendous, and people are going to attack me for it. And the platforms don't care. Like the companies they work with don't care, because it's just about the money. And then it's like, oh, this is just free speech. It's free speech. I get stuff like that. I was like, if you consider yourself a trans ally, but you buy into the lie that we need to go through our quote-unquote natural puberty before transitioning, you're basically advocating for the emotional abuse of trans youth and adults. When's the right age? I feel like a 5-year-old doesn't really know what they want. How many times is it just a phase and someone has to detransition? I'm just curious. Does anyone have legit numbers on this? Oh, I'm just asking questions. Like, a 5-year-old is not going to get on puberty. A 5-year-old is not going to go on HRT, because a 5-year-old shouldn't go on puberty. That is why puberty blockers were even invented. It's for precocious puberty. A 5-year-old is not going to get HRT. The most is social transition, and like, at the age of 7, gender dysphoria can manifest. You know, and what is the harm done by letting kids explore their gender identity, figure out who they are? You know, maybe use a different name, use different pronouns to see if that feels right to them. Because for me, when I was like 12, 13, 14, and I was playing games, and I was referred to as she, I just felt happy. I felt gender euphoria. When I got called he, I just felt nothing but pain. That is not your average cis boy experience. But when I talk about then, that it's like, oh, Nyara just can't stop talking about children. Nyara is a freak for continuously talking about children. It's so annoying. It's so frustrating to continuously deal with the same over and over again, just because you acknowledge that trans kids exist, and that, hey, maybe you should just like let them figure out who they are and give them a proper support system without harassing them, without abusing them. That is all I'm asking for. Aren't you the guy that said you want to rape women on Twitter? What? Provide evidence. Also, she's not a guy. Huh? Can't find the video at the moment since it was a while ago. But he also wants to have kids under 12 to go on HRT. Where did I ever say that? He literally said hide your kids, like he's gonna force it upon them. Where did I ever say that? You're literally taking this from this thumbnail here, and you think that that is literally something that I said. That's crazy. Just look up his name and a bunch of videos will pop up on why he's a bad person and should not be respected / supported. Yeah, people just misrepresenting me. That is what pops up. People just like lying, slandering my name. That is what pops up. Putting that into quotation marks to make it seem like that is something that I said. And then people form their opinion based on that. They just like take this at face value and they don't, you know, just like look at my response to it. No, because that would challenge your worldview and you rather just want to, I don't know, have like a target to hate. So you don't have any proof and then you come in here and say these basic things and then it's just like people who already have like a preconceived notion about me or something, they're going to read this and then they're going to keep spreading it as well. Do they not understand what they're doing? They probably do. They just like don't care. They probably like get off of like spreading these lies about me. And then it's like, oh, you trans people, you should just like join the 41%. You go enjoy the view, all of these things. These lies. This harassment, this is responsible for us being depressed and suicidal still after getting gender-affirming care, you know, after putting in so much effort to transition and be part of society. People like you ostracizing us, our allies othering us, you know, nobody having our back. These are the things that are still making us feel helpless and just want to give up. But these people just don't care. It just doesn't matter to them because they think that they're right for doing that.
Everybody